Hello. Please help me spread this video. I would like to address the players and developers of this game. I believe it's no big secret to anyone what's happening in Ukraine, in my motherland, so I'll get straight to the point. Many words have already been said by my friends about the reasons why we want a separated server or possibility of unrestricted move to the European servers, which were opened before the war has started. But none of our calls were heard. As always, I understand that you don't feel constant fear, don't know the whistle of rockets, rumbling of explosions, that you live without worries about your life of your relatives and with confidence in the future. I wish Ukrainian kids would have a chance to live like this too. But for many of us, every day is an emotional and physical struggle. For some of us every day feels like the last one. The last one. Can you at least put some effort to realize it? Why don't the developers of Start Stable Online do something to help us at least in some way? We don't like being on one server with people who kill us. You might say they are just kids. They are not to blame. I'll tell you that these are children from families that are filled with hatred for the Ukrainians and want to see both our old people and our children dead. And in rare cases when they don't, they say they can't empathize, because all of it happened due to our own fault. And empathize? Our own fault? There's nothing human left in them. And the absence of this trait is gradually passing on to their children, who, instead of sympathy, make accusations towards Ukrainians and in-game chats, towards kids their own age. All people in my country are my family. My heart hurts for everyone. When there is a missile or drone attack, everyone feels it. Even when your region is not shelled, you still don't sleep with your country and pray this time everything goes without loss of lives. Would you be happy to be in such a situation? Me and other Ukrainians would not. Yes, the developers have added a player complaint feature, but it's not something that is able to help us. You cannot ban the 80% of the whole server just because they want you and your friends dead, right? I'm sorry, but it's like mocking a sheep. Keeping it in the same enclosure with a pack of wolves and separating them only by a see-through barrier. You won't be able to understand the emotional pressure that Ukrainian players go through every single day, when we just want to escape realities of war at least for a while. You force us to play alongside the aggressor country, alongside our enemies and people who despite us. Are you serious? I understand that there are just few of us in comparing, and the game you created is still about money, but please have some mercy. Why do we have to suffer even in the game? How long can it last? At least open access to the European servers if it is difficult to finance the creation of a separated Ukrainian server. We don't ask too much. Why have we been attributed to Russia for centuries? We are a separate nation, we have a separate culture, language and much more. We understand their language, true, but now many people want to be separated from them and live in peace. Please do something. We have Ukrainian bloggers, clubs, unions, everything for the normal existence of the Ukrainian community, but there is no peace in game. Ukrainians on different servers want to join Ukrainian clubs, but they can't because we have been separated. Some of them stayed on European servers, while others are trapped on the Russian servers at the moment. Read the life stories of some Ukrainians. It's terrible what they have lived through and are living through now. I would like to highlight the possibility of adding a Ukrainian localization. I have repeatedly written to support about this, but as always, they ignore me. I try to translate every update in the game into Ukrainian, So I offered the developers to help with the translation. We have people who would do it with pleasure to play the game for fun, but they don't hear us. Please come to your senses and do something for Ukrainians. We are not asking for financial aid for our country or for a relief package. We're just asking for what the developers are able to do. We will not stop writing, we are trained not to give up, so please notice us and hear our calls. Help Ukraine. Details of Ukrainians bullying can be found at #Ukrainians needs a server on Instagram. Please do not be indifferent and share this post.